Welcome back, guys. Firstly, apologies if there's any noise in the background. It's quite a busy road, this, and the Kings Avenue Mall is just down the end of the street, basically. So it's pretty hectic this weekend day. So it's another blue sky day. Temperature probably top teens, a little bit breezy, but as you would expect in February. But I'm sat here in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, so that's not too bad. It's fair to say Aphrodite worked her magic last night on the Island of Love. No, I'm not talking about romance. I'm talking about conjuring up a spectacular headache. Keogh's Aphrodite wine. I don't get a knockback off that. I'm not going to create arriving anytime soon for advertising it, but decent house wine. But be prepared for a bit of a ropey head the day after. So it'll probably be a couple of paracetamol and an hour or two in bed. To top it off, it's actually match day. Paphos FC are playing at 6 o'clock. So there's the ticket. Grand total of €15, around £13 to see the current Cypriot champions. And compare that to a friend who paid £61.50 to watch Leeds versus Arsenal in the Premier League. No, the standard's not the same, but the disparity in ticket prices for what fans in the UK and what fans elsewhere pay is quite shocking, really. So we'll see what that's all about. I was there earlier on in the season in September, so I'm going to predict now a 2-0 home win to Paphos. They're currently fourth in the league and a few points behind the leaders. So we'll see how that goes. The only thing I want to hope for is that the Ultras have left their horns and their drums and their trumpets behind. Fat chance of that, so the headache will probably be back by full time. But try and get a bit of footage up there later on and see what it's all about. But for now, catch you later. Just arrived at the stadium, an hour before kick-off. Have a quick look around. As you could see, we walked through the back end of the King's Carnival where all the ticker tape was strewn across the street. And to be fair to them, the council were already at it. So back to the football. Anorthosis are the opponents. And I'm still going on a €10 bet for a 2-0 Paphos win. If that comes in, there'll be a few more of those Keogh wines. Catch it. Hi, just a quick disclaimer before I go into the match footage. Unfortunately, upon reviewing what we filmed on the night, it became clear that we had a sporadic and intermittent audio issue with regard to the microphones and the receiver unit. So we took the decision to cut chunks of the match out, simply because there was too many silent sections in there. So we've left some in. It is quiet, but that's it's just beyond our control. So hopefully it won't spoil the view of the match and the snippets that we've actually left in, and it's worthwhile publishing. So thanks for your understanding on that one. Yeah, guys, getting towards kick-off time, and that's the away end there. Their Ultras are getting warmed up. So at the moment, Paphos FC are, as I said earlier on, are sat in fourth. Their league form has suffered somewhat because of the European competitions that they've been in. So it's just the same as the Premier League. If you haven't got a big enough squad, you're not going to compete with the big boys. But they've done all right. They beat Villarreal this year. Just lost narrowly 1-0 to Chelsea. So again, I'm sticking for a 2-0. So if we just go around the ground here. So you've got the far side there, normal supporters under the roof, season ticket members, and I can just see the Paphos Ultras drum coming in, so it's going to get noisy here. The crowd will be about 9,000 or thereabouts. I think the ground holds just about 10,000, so hopefully there'll be a decent atmosphere, and I'll try and get some of the action for you later. So 0-0 at half-time, and not even the great David Luiz of Chelsea fame can inspire anybody to have a shot on target, really. Fair to say the most entertaining thing about the game so far at half-time is this iced donut. At least there's no VAR. So the Paphos manager's had enough and he's warming his subs up. Here we go. Well, a bit of excitement. The last 20 minutes from the end of the game. The Paphos keeper, I think, is hobbled off, but I think he's been sent off. And the opposing striker is laid out. And now we have an ambulance on the pitch. And, yeah, a bit of action at last. So as the ambulance departs, can confirm that Paphos have had their goalkeeper sent off. So full time 0-0, one off the post, one off the bar, one sent off and one in an ambulance, and then the cameraman buggered off 2 minutes before the end and missed a 25-yarder off the crossbar. Hey-ho, I said 2-0, ended 0-0, so follow me again for completely useless betting tips. Catch you again.